Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. Heir of Rome 2 here, and we're going to have a battle at the Groves. This one should be interesting. We do have Royal Scythia on the battlefield and the Lusitani and Pontus, and they are going to be going up against, looks like the Aravaci and Tylus and Parthia. So it should be interesting teams. Lusitani are actually taking up the skirmishing, so the player 2. They got a lot of Iberian and Balearic slingers. And then Royal Scythia is, of course, taking the cavalry. That's going to be our player 3. They've got 3 steppe horse archers, a royal horse archer, steppe noble lancer, and steppe armored lancers. And then as far as the spears, there are some Scutari spears, veteran shield warrior for the general, more Scutari spears. Pontus actually taking on the melee role, and they're going to have Hillmen up front, mercenary Celtic warriors, Pontic swords, and then a Pontic royal cav general. And then there are some more Pontic units over here. Hillmen, looks like some naked swords, and more Pontic swords. So a lot of swords on the battlefield for Pontus. Then on the other side, the Aravaci leading the way. They are going to be the player 2 here, so they have Iberian spears up front, Iberian slingers, and a Balearic slinger behind them. A lot of spears here for the Aravaci, and a noble fighter general. The Lusitani have some guerrillas who deployed out here to support against the cavalry of Royal Scythia. They are right now supporting Parthia's mercenary Sarmatian horse archers. There are 2 of those, and then 2 armored horse archers mixed in, a royal cataphract general, camel spear, and eastern cataphract. We do have a noble horse back here for Tylus, who is player 1, a couple of tribal warriors, and then looks like Thracian warriors. The second line, Tylus didn't always have access to Thracian warriors, did they? Maybe I'm crazy, maybe they did. I don't remember, but that makes that a rather interesting thing because Tylus is normally all defense. That gives them some pretty serious offense. Steppe Noble Lancers now working around this flank. Pontus helping on the other. So Royal Scythia has some dangerous cavalry. This is a huge skirmish component here too. And we'll see what happens here. But yeah, a ton of skirmish on this side for the home team. It's like an aggressive push by Parthia here. There's some Celtic warriors way out here as well. Those Lusitani guerrillas definitely getting crapped on here, so they're getting pushed by the Scutari spearmen. I said earlier they were supporting Parthia. That is false. They were supporting Royal Scythia. Scythia is being supported by the Aravaci. So I apologize. There we go, though. The skirmish underway, and that is not going to go well for the red team, though it's interesting. I'm trying to think here. The red team has spent their money. I mean, they do have some noble fighters, and then they've got that noble horse back here, which is a powerful horse unit. It's going to want to be well aware. They're being moved up on by these steppe units here, and I'm not sure how well they've seen that. We'll find out soon. Parthia is doing quite well, I think, with its horse archers. They've done some damage to the steppe horse archers. Shot those guys in the back right there, the hillmen, so it's a good call. Alright, so this does have the infantry, so I'd love to see the Iberian slingers really focus on some of the key infantry units now for a moment. They're going to have to fall back, but if they turn around and focus their fire in the right spot, the home team could be in a good position, but I mean, there's some tough infantry moving here. Pontus is going to have a hard time stopping it. So we'll see how that goes, but again, Scythia does have some really powerful cav. It's just spread far and wide right now. It looks like they're trying to sneak up on the noble horse general here of Tylus. We'll see whether this team has noticed this. That is going to be a brutal charge if those lancers get away with this. Oh boy. Ouch. Noble cavalry charge from behind, full power. Steppe lancer charge there, a noble lancer. But I mean, a noble horse is really strong, and I do like this move here to come and support that. Parthia could move to intercept there as well. Let's go see what's going on in the melee fight. Veteran shield warriors going head-to-head with tribal warriors. That is going to be a difficult fight for the veteran shield warriors. It's a lot of armor for them to chop through. And the Gallo-Thracian infantry, Thracian warriors moving up. I don't think Pontus can hold this for long. That cavalry support is needed here. There's a Pontic royal cav on the way. I'd love to see it come kind of plowing through here into targets like these noble fighters to try and wear them down. Let's see if that's what they do. That noble horse is faltering, but it's fighting its way back into there. They are such a competent melee cav, and then right here, those royal cataphracts crushing the armored lancers. So Scythia ends up not really getting much value out there. The eastern cataphracts not activated at all right now. But I kind of think... Let's take a look back over here and just see what we think. Here comes Pontus with some reinforcements. Veteran shield warriors are taking a hit, but that Pontic cavalry moves in now. It's got presence, regroup, whole bunch of stuff popped here for Pontus and that Royal Cavalry. I can't tell. Okay, the Royal Cavalry did a breakthrough, and it's going to get back here into the Balearic Slingers and Iberian Slingers. Not a bad call. Let's see what else it can do. It's going to cycle around and just kind of keep moving. I like that idea. Don't sit still and get caught. That Scythian horse being lost back there, that's rough. But there is more Scythian horse to support, and they still have horse archers supporting. So Parthia can't just make a total run of it, but these Eastern Cataphracts are going to crush this Steppe-Armored Lancer. There is spear support, and then here comes that Pontic Royal Cav, so that's nice timing. They're going to need the help. But I don't know how long the infantry line for the home team can continue to hold up. Pontus did okay over here. They can consolidate there. They've still got a lot of slingers. If they can keep those back and get them safe, that could be a good play. So Scythia piling in here against those Eastern Cataphracts. That armor is really going to make it difficult to get rid of them quickly. And look at this, Balearic Slingers putting shots into that fight. Ooh, those Parthian Horse Archers too just cleaned up the Steppe Horse Archers. This is about to get real dangerous over here because these Horse Archers can start pouring fire into it. Cycle charge by the Naked Swords, good call, trying to get the most out of those units. I like the Slingers here, ripping into that heavily armored unit, but look at that, the Noble Fighters are through the line. But now these Slingers can focus the Noble Fighters, so this is not too bad. They might be able to swing this one around. It says it's in favor of the home team, and that probably is true. These Horse Archers concern me a little, because, yeah, those Lancers are about to get it. They're going to get a steady diet of arrows right in the spine. That is going to be ugly. Parthia has a chance to do some tremendous damage here, assuming they have the ammunition left. But it looks like that fight's actually starting to clean up. The Cataphracts are mostly gone. The Royal Cataphract General here being held. There's some spearmen running in. It's still going to be a tough fight. Cataphracts getting a second win there. And that's not just a fart blown in their direction. Noble Fighters getting, yeah, this, okay, so the Noble Fighters in big trouble now. They really can't do much. Here comes that Noble Horse that did survive that charge earlier. Comes to support its Royal Cataphract companions. That Royal Horse Archer making itself a royal pain in the butt at the moment. And the Parthian horse is falling back, trying to weaken those Lancers. That's a good call. Don't get your Horse Archers killed there. But I do think that the away team here is kind of getting rolled up, though. I don't know. This could be a big play here. Those Noble Horse are pretty tough. They're going to get fixed by the Pontic Royal Cav, and then they might be able to be finished by the Slingers. Yeah, those Balearic Slingers are going to do tremendous damage here, so probably enough to get rid of that Noble Horse. Pontic General may end up buying the farm here. I like that Into the Breach ability, and then Rapid Volley, which is giving reload skill to some of the units around here. Yeah, there goes the Noble Horse. So, nice job dealing with that. The Pontic Infantry is kind of in its last throes here. They did, honestly, pretty darn well. They were overwhelmed. They did lose the fight. I guess you're just looking at it head-on. There are still Royal Cataphracts left. They survived that. They're going to fall away from those Slingers, as they should. But the Royal Horse Archers are going to be able to harass here, and that Cavalry is going to have to make a commitment sooner or later. That Armored Lancer, or Noble Lancer, did manage to catch these Horse Archers. It surprises me. They're going to be completely destroyed by the Cataphracts. So, rest in peace, you sweet Noble Lancers. One of the Armored Horse Archers is going to survive that. I'm curious how much ammunition's left. There is still a Scutari Spearman here, too, and that's a big deal. The Scutari Spear is a decent unit and will help out a lot in trying to deal with these remaining Royal Cataphracts. I think, yeah, probably going to see army losses take hold here. Which means that there probably is some ammunition left with these units if it's causing army losses like that. Fast forward a second, but another epic battle, Sub-Commanders here on the Unconquered Sun mod. If you would like to try this, you definitely need to check out the link in the description. You can come try this out for yourself. I've played battles with them. It is really fun. It's a great group. If you like playing Rome 2, it's something I highly recommend you go try. It's the Gathering Stone Discord, and a lot of good players here. Ninja Keeper, War, Hannibal's Heir, Vortigant Sauce, Booty, and Massamax. I've played with a bunch of these guys. A lot of good players. So I like the work of the Royal Scythian Cavalry. It wasn't all good, like in terms of like going exactly the way you want it, but it worked. Like Royal Scythia got it done here, so good job for Ninja Keeper of War. Coming up the victory with his Pontic infantry. Interesting to see Pontus played as player 1, but honestly a pretty solid performance out of a lot of these units. The Pontic Royal Cav did well as well. Hannibal's Heir, that is a lot of slingers, and it was a devastating amount of slingers as the other team just wasn't able to deal with it. The low numbers of infantry did have me worried, and sure enough, Vortigern Sauce comes rolling in with Tylus, and certainly put a dent in those loose, the Pontic numbers there. And there was good support here from the Aravachi with those spear units coming in. Scutari Spear, a nice add to the game, by the way, as well. And then good work by Massamax with his Parthian cavalry. Really did get a lot of kills. And was able to be pretty effective. I think in the end, just the number of Royal Scythians, so I guess was only one more. But then I think that Pontic Royal Cavalry kind of tipped the scales a little. But at the same time, I mean, you did get the Tylysian Noble Horse that kind of came back in there. So I guess the numbers were pretty equal in terms of cavalry. Fairly equal. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. Thanks to the players. HeirofCarthage signing out. I'll see you all soon with some more action in Total War Rome 2.